What's going on, guys? My name is Kells and I smell really good. Very popular Lattafa fragrance. I'm sure a lot of you have tried. A couple people that watch my channel love this fragrance. Shout out to you. Yeah, I always see good things about it. I finally got my hands on it. I'm gonna let you guys know what I think about it right after this.
They wanna see me shine, they so jealous of me. You can tell my drip expensive. I was riding down your block with windows tinted. Used to be so close, but now we distant. Told you that you had your chance, but now you missed it. Hating on my shine.
So yeah, before we get into this video talking about Lattafa's Vintage Radio, I want you guys to subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notified when I release content. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on the road to 1K before the end of the year. I know we can do that. So also go mess with me on TikTok and Instagram. That's going to be in the description. But yeah, so Lattafa's Vintage Radio, really ugly bottle. I mean, it's not horrible, but for what it is, it's nice, but it's just an ugly bottle. It's got notes of plum, there's Palo Santo wood, lavender, sage, and there is oud in there, and I thought I smelled like a little underlying oud. Pretty good atomizer. I thought I smelled like an underlying oud in the background. But yeah, it's definitely got that in there, but it's nothing crazy. It's not like a sharp, or it's not like a, bad animalic or really pungent type of oud or anything. You can just kind of smell it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice woody, aromatic, fruity fragrance. Saw people saying it kind of smelled like hairspray and stuff like that. I can see what they're saying. Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy this fragrance. Get a little bit on the arm right here. It's definitely a nice, very nice smelling fragrance. It's I feel like it's pretty mass appealing. It's not anything that's gonna really offend anybody. Maybe if you go crazy with the sprays, it might be a little bit much, but in my experience, I've worn this now a few times. I've had it for about a week. I've worn it, maybe not a week, maybe like 4 or 5 days, maybe. But I've worn it 2 or 3 times, and it performed pretty well. I wouldn't call it beast mode unless I'm going nose blind to it. Yeah, the performance was decent. I mean, better than decent. It was probably like 6 hours, 7 hours maybe, which is a lot of stuff for me, honestly. And maybe I'm just going nose blind to stuff, nose fatigue, whatever. It could be, that could be the case. Because there's a lot of fragrances people are like, oh, those are beast mode, this and that. And I know it comes down to skin chemistry for a lot of things, but sometimes I just feel like I'm not smelling stuff, after a while. That's why if I say something's beast mode, trust me, it's beast mode, at least for me, because I don't say it a whole lot. But stuff is solid. I enjoy it. What it kind of reminds me of a little bit, kind of like a woodier, more masculine Herba Pura type of thing. I've said that to a couple of my friends. I don't think they necessarily agree with me. It just reminds me of that a little bit. I'm not saying it smells like it or anything. They're different, but it's got a similar kind of fruitiness to like Herba Pura to me. More like Herba Gold to me, because I've smelled that too. Similar to that, but woodier, more masculine. I'm not a big Herba Pura fan. For those of you that don't know, I really don't like it that much. I think it smells good. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice smelling fragrance. Just for me, I don't want to smell like a fruit basket, so it is what it is. But I definitely enjoy this more than that. I've never smelled Initio Paragon. I know this is a dupe of that. I haven't smelled that, but I mean, it's a nice fragrance for what it is. Yeah, I mean, I got the box still. Nice box, Lattafa, from their whatever collection it is, like their premium stuff. The cap is kind of, or the thing's kind of cool. But yeah, it like sits in this thing, comes with this, shows you some of the things. I mean, this is a pretty older fragrance at this point, but it shows you some of these things that were coming out around then. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I like the fragrance. I don't know. I'm weird about really fruity fragrances, man. Like, I really like some of them, and some of them I just think they're okay. I think this is better than okay. I like this. It's not my absolute favorite fragrance in the world. Fruity fragrances for me, like, obviously I've said a lot about Kajal Lamar. That's one amazing fruity fragrance. I love that stuff. I hype that stuff up to super high up because it's so good. It's a good fragrance. I like it. Performs pretty solid. Smells good. I think most people are going to think you smell good with this. I will say this. I don't know if I didn't mention this yet, but When it dries down, there's definitely vanilla in here for sure. There's a vanilla smell in the dry down. You definitely get vanilla. You get that plum, very fruity plum, vanilla. The Palo Santo gives it the woodiness, and there's a little oud touch in the background, just a little bit. That's gonna be my thoughts on Lattafa's Vintage Radio. It's a solid fragrance. I'll give it a. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's a really good fragrance. So yeah, Vintage Radio. Yeah, guys. Before I go, like I said, please make sure you subscribe and you hit that bell so you can get notified when I release content, man. I'll say it again. We're trying to get to 1,000. So, and if you want to smell really good like me, make sure you tune in for that next one.